Good morning and welcome back. It's pre-market charting for me again, so we're gonna go through and see what has happened. You know, same routine I do every morning. So this time I'm just starting to record them for the journey, and then we can have a look and see what has changed since then. So okay, so this is where we're looking at ETH at the moment. So ETH didn't really do much yesterday because we were recording the video here. I said it's either going to reject some areas, this supply zone, and go lower. It did actually that. I did open a trade on the ETH. I took the trade off here because it was higher low, but I closed it here before this because it couldn't break 50 EMA multiple times, and that's why I closed the trade. So let's quickly have a look. Where is my entry reasons? That was my entry reasons. There's going to be my exit reasons and long position here. So that was there. So that's what I did. And I made the notes exactly what's happening to close trade because price could not break above 50 EMA and 50 multiple times and rejection to 55 multiple times. So that was the reason why I closed this trade here, because it's invalidated my idea saying this from the same place. Bitcoin actually did much better, so ETH wasn't really pulling. And then we talked about also this order block, and you can see how it's rejected multiple times and then it just went back down again. So and shortly after my trade, it went back down and collected liquidity below, pushed back up, but then decided they don't want to go up higher. So, well, that's generally what's happening with my trades yesterday. One trade only, because yesterday's price action wasn't really great. I didn't took this trade and I didn't took this trade as well. So I'm still pushing through my hesitation levels. So. And that's, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing all these videos, just to help me overcome this and keep myself accountable to my trade ideas and what I'm seeing and explaining what I'm seeing and what I'm doing. So, okay, so let's quickly have a look on how is daily changed, if we can see anything on daily. So on daily, still above 50 EMA, and there's news events today. So that all can be related back to core CPI, 3:30 my time. So that's why we can expect not much on price action until then. After news event in US, there might be more things happening, but until then, I don't think it's going to be much price action for trade. And same again is the veg. Okay, so it's coming into this is what we did yesterday as well. That it's playing about this. So and it didn't go up, it didn't go up anywhere, so it stayed in the middle. It's just bounced off at the bottom of that, so now it's holding that as well. So if it breaks below, and closes below, maybe we can see some things, but I would still expect a bounce probably of this order block here. That's on 4 hours, and there's another one which is lower there. So that's order block. So comes back, bounce off, and then escalates up, goes up higher. The top levels, top levels, like it needs a break above here. So we're gonna go on 1 hour and see. At the moment, I don't have much ideas. It's still bullish overall. 1 hour. So yeah. So 1 hour there were these trap traders, and this is why I took the long, because there was trap traders here. So I moved this box into this area because this is where the trap traders are now. So you see it came back, collected the liquidity, pushed up, but it held the 15 minutes order block and then just reversed back again. So we can delete this because we have the new zone, which is this one. But I can see now that the price is coming back into the zone as well. It's also below all the EMAs on 1 hour, so 1 hour looks more bearish. currently. Okay, we are still in Asia session, so it's just about Asia sessions to being finished. The last candle on an Asia session. Then it's going to be the dead cap and UK start. So we'll have to see what's happening. So, okay, we're creating. You know, this is the wedge we talked about. If it breaks below, goes into this trap traders, closes, retests, then I would expect going lower. But because the news event at end of UK, I would expect this is going to bounce back up, you know, and it's going to continue this way. So, unless they wanted to change something on the news, but currently that's what I see. Let's dive into ETH. Okay, let's have a look at this as well. So we can see those liquidation levels above. So 15 minutes also is pretty bearish. Was there any trades now? Possibly a scalp trade from this 15 minutes hammer, if we looking this way, but I didn't took that. And this was end of, you know, it was like after UK close. You can see how many multiple rejections from the same order block, so they definitely didn't want it to go higher on this. So let's quickly put the liquidation levels on, so they are up to date. So we have 2, 3, 5, 4. 2, 3, 5, 4. Where is here? That's where. Okay. So 24. What do we have below the price? We have 22.88. 22.88. Okay, this is the closest one. So what I would expect, probably this comes back, collects all this, because people who went long on this week are now in this position because the entries were here and they are not. These are the stop losses for these people who went long now. So they might come collect this one and then go up and collect these, because people who went short from here, you know, that I would be one of them. So if I would be up, I would go low, I would go short here, and my stop loss probably would be the same here. So, you know, all this area above all these order block, there is also liquidation level. So depends which one they want to take first, and if there's enough orders here to go to reverse price and go up, you know, that's going to be the key. But until news event, I don't think there will be trades for me today. So let's have a look quickly on Bitcoin. So what Bitcoin did, and this is what I said about ETH didn't do anything and Bitcoin actually did, because similarities were there, and I was playing them out both in the same ways, but it didn't. So if I took another trade on Bitcoin, it would be absolutely fine. So I shouldn't be closing it down. So we're gonna quickly have a look. And actually we talked about that trade as well. So they skipped that supply zone, and they didn't want it to follow this trail. So but what we have now, so the information is still not invalidated. Okay, information is still not invalidated. This is actually on 15 minutes. This was the 15 minutes bearish fair value gap. So I'll just quickly put it away so it doesn't interfere with charting. So what we have is we have higher time frames information here. So that was on 4 hours. Yes, we have 4 hours information. So now we have lower high. Okay, and then we also have smaller time frames another information. So which is this one. Okay. Okay, so for this to be complete now, I know that there's plenty of mess now, but for this to be complete now, okay, this price action needs to close below all this area, okay, this neckline, and retest. Once it does that, then we're definitely going lower. So that's what I would see. If I was short here, because there's loads of liquidation levels here, so they didn't want it to come and pick up all these liquidations, not yet. So there's news event at the end of UK, so they might come back low, pick up these ones, and shoot up, pick up them. So it's again, we're gonna have to see what's happening. So, but I drifted a little bit away. So what does the daily gives us? Hanging man. Okay, if this starts coming back and closing below, then you know that's possibly we're gonna go lower. 4 hours, this is what we just visited and seen, you know, M and lower high, but it needs to start breaking below here. That's the first level, and the second level is this one. Then it's definitely be changing the trend and we're going down. So until then, we have to see what is going to happen. So as I said, news event is there, and let's have a look. So so this was the MW formation, which I said entries were here. So but it would be, you know, if I would stay in the trade, it would take me out on this candle here. So and it's only in start of US. Yes, it's just start of US. It's actually escalated. So it was a liquidity grab, because remember, people who went long, you know, I was one of them who went long there. So I didn't go long on this one, but I went on long on ETH, but I would be one of them. So, and my stop losses would be here. So, and this week actually came down and collected all of them. But this is what it is. When you trade, your stop loss needs to be below the previous structure, which is here. So that's a safer way. But most of us don't do that, so including me. So we try to wait for the market to give us direction, and then we're gonna jump in and with smallish stop loss. But generally, the stop loss needs to be where the stop loss needs to be. So and same again, you know, this was supply zone, so it stayed below the supply zone on the first attempt. Then it came down, collected more liquidity, and they said, okay, let's go ahead. So they went into this fair value gap, bearish, also held it there for multiple times, and you know, reversed. So we can see the price is reversed. Now just we have to see what's going to happen. So there was a short entry retest of 50, but you know, this large wick also holds loads of top traders. Again, if they don't want to release them, they're not going to drop the price lower than that, so they might bounce off here, come back up again, and this is the place where the news event is. Like we can see CPI. Once the news event is over, you know, within an hour or two, we'll be able to start trading normally again. So, but that is my you know, idea. I would expect is to start playing out, coming back here. If we break below, that's going to be, you know, the play. So okay, let's quickly have a look on 5 minutes on the other ones. What do we see? Avalanche did more as well. It came back into this order block, stayed in the order block. Now it's holding the same levels, okay, multiple times again. So, and I believe this is going to be down to the news events. You know, that's it. So HBAR, same. You know, it's ranging. Okay, we can see it's ranging because it hasn't broken, you know, this box. Okay, that's it. It hasn't broken the box, it's staying in the box. Actually, we can probably put it like this. You know, there's a wicks below, but every next wick is higher. So it means this is low, higher, 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 higher. You know, they're not really going after complete liquidations at the moment. So Link, okay, Link actually looks, you know, information again. So this is an information, high, low. If it breaks below, it hasn't really broken below, but if it breaks below here and stays below, then we expect lower prices on this one. Same again. If you see, everybody has created like an informations now, but for them to be confirmed, we need really break below. XRP needs to break below this one. You know, it needs to break like this, comes back, retest, and then we can expect going lower. I don't want to take this video too long. I'm gonna do some live trading video again once I see some trades coming up. So that's why we're gonna like speed run through these to see what is happening. Doge, you know, nothing much is happening. It's overall everything is still bullish. Information again. But is to confirm again, it needs to break below here and stay below. That's Aave. Sui, okay, Sui, you know, this is we talked about yesterday. If it's gonna go, it can go maybe into this order block, because this is my order block. Okay, so that's the order block, but it didn't, and it hasn't even pulled away as well too much. So same again, there's a news event, but this looks like, you know, above 50. EMAs are spanning up like 4 hours looks above 10, you know, so he's definitely looking bullish. But same again, it needs to come back into this order block, needs to break through the order block. I can easily reject the order block, create an information in 1 hour and start reversing the prices. So that's it. So Algorand came into order block on this area, retested and pushed away. So this is we marked before as well in 4 hours. Hammer, nice bullish trend. Coming back, retest some of these fair value gaps on here on this neckline. You know, create another higher low here. That will be your entry if you missed entry from here. And so what was this? ICP as well pushed up. It didn't go too far because this is the supply zone we marked. It's aiming to the supply zone, reversed, and it's actually broken below. So this W is invalidated now. So anyway, guys, that's everything for this video today. So in this market update, because I don't want to take the videos too long, so let's catch up very soon. So by the way, there is a BITGET 20% rebates if you want to trade on BITGET. The link is down in the description. Okay, ciao guys.